Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So, what are we working on today? We're going to be working on the first bit of Project Eros, i.e. the unfun part. Now, you may be wondering, wow, Notepad, this is incredibly late. It's, why? Because I was an asshole and fell asleep earlier today. And I haven't felt good all day. That's why. So, we get a late night stream. And that just means it gets to be more personal and intimate with each other. We get to talk to each other like cool people who do cool things for cool reasons. Because that's something that occurs. So, Project Eros, last time we left off, I was trying to find a system that works best for this kind of game, and I did manage to find one. It's an old system of mine, and it is the system from Fists of Chaos. However, I will not be using Fist of Chaos' system one for one. I'll be using a slight edit to it to make things a little bit easier. So, and they changed everything again. Okay, so. What should we make things? We want something. I can actually spell tonight. Playfair and Roboto. Yeah, I think that might work. Heading 1. We'll go with Roboto 12, because Roboto 12 is probably one of my favorite fonts. It's nice, easy, and easy to read. We want to do normal text update, normal text to match. Alright, everything looks good there. Which means we can select everything here, put that right there. Doremi. Christian role-playing. Had the header right there. More tea grog tonight. Nice and easy. Those are things I traditionally would think people interested in this would gravitate towards, or not. Games being chosen. Games. After spending time. ERP was really dependent on the person. Hello, whoever joins. We're a quiet stream tonight. We're hanging out. We're being quiet. We're chilling. We being, as they say, comfy. Bump the music up. If you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Hey, how you doing? Apologies for the later stream than usual. Today has been incredibly busy, and by busy I mean I left my house at noon to do something, and I did not get back till about 6:45, in which case I just passed out because I was incredibly tired from just having to do things all day. So I chilled out, took a nap on accident, and here I am. chopping block, I found myself in a conundrum. I didn't really have anything to work with. Eros was going to be built around the concept of, quote, the ERP game. But I quickly discovered that, quote, the ERP game is every game. And so I needed to base everything around, which with battle nuns fighting Satan, which was originally supposed to be a joke to avoid Twitch TOS, where I stream meta. I'm tweaking and some work. Something on the ground. Let's hope this actually works. Amen. Playing the game. Starting the pilgrimage. Playing the game. Actually, no, just playing the game. They keep it nice and simple. Let's make sure all our headings are working correctly. Yeah, looks like everything is there. Perfect. So, you may be wondering, hey, Notepad, what you gonna do? What's the secret here? And I said, and it is Fists of Chaos. Where did I put it? Oh God, why do I keep losing these things? Fists of Chaos. What I'm effectively going to be doing is I'm going to be adapting the main way of actually playing Fists of Chaos in the playing the game section. So, for those who don't know Fists of Chaos terribly well, the idea is that all the attributes are based off dice, and a stacking value. And anytime you need to perform a check, you roll the attribute dice plus your modifiers. And the goal is to beat the difficulty value for simple check or beat an opposed check. And the idea is that you use the difficulty values are based off of dice. So everything is an opposed check, technically. Nothing is quite a not quote-unquote opposed check. Which does lead to some interesting bits, but that's half the fun. So let's get... obviously I have to fix some of this. Project Eros working. Mostly because all of this is in Archivo, and it shouldn't be. There we go. Go away, Punch Man. Alright. Project Eros is played the full set. Also, Project Eros is going to get a name change. It will. The title card will most likely change. I'm just using that one for now. I might keep the title card but change the name. I don't know how I want to do it. It's kind of changed past the initial naming convention, so... 1 to 5 players. Well, Faith Master. What would be amusing? Actually, what's a Christian D&D clone? What was that? Dragon Raid. That was it. Dragon Raid. GM. What was the GM called? Oh God. It's a dice ship role playing. Yep. Oh yes, I forgot. Yeah, Dragon Raid. Dragon Raid is a beautiful Christian sense. Yup. To give you the idea, yeah. Dragon Raid. Dragon Raid was actually a fascinating little thing, but a lot of those Christian games are kind of interesting in more ways than one. Because you got to remember, this came out in the 80s. Yeah, this was right during the D&D, the Satanic Panic. So you have a lot of these games. Picture being this Christian game obviously has too many demonic elements in it. So it's like, oi, vey. Discipline ship, and whoever wrote this is physically painful. Joins the oh God, the Overlord of many names. We'll just call it a Game Master GM. Actually, Spez Game Master GM and some spare. And the faith in the Lord. This faith in the Lord. Actually, faith in, quote, anime. Anime Jesus. Our Lord and Savior. If you haven't quite got this yet, folks, this game isn't exactly supposed to be serious. Yeah, why are you awake? Go to sleep. I don't know why I'm awake. But welcome to late night jazzy stream. Chance failure in opposition to another character, they must perform a check. Character rolls are attribute plus modifier set by the game master, or both parties roll attribute dice plus modifiers against one another. The character has a disadvantage in the situation. Actually, I was thinking about changing this. So making the check. The character had. Let's see. In addition, a game master, may assign complexity to a check, which adds a number of dice. The game master may assign a complexity to a check, which adds a number of dice equal to its difficulty. And what I can do... Oh. Notepad document. Please stop that. There. Let's see, it is rapidly approaching 11 for me. But I was also a dumbass and passed out for about 2 hours. Actually, more like 3, but I always say I stream every other day, and this is the every other day. You gotta keep that, gotta keep the game going, you know how it'd be. The grind. Difficulty value. Easy D4. Average D6. Average D6. It's very hard, very hard. Hard. Very, very hard. Actually, devilish, satanic. D10, D12, D20. Complexity, number of dice. Simple. Let's simple. What would be a good? How do I want to word this? Obviously, I want to put something like complex 3 here. Well, intermediate 2. Let's see. And we'll do professional. Masterwork 5, there we go. Complexity is the number of die. Alright, put that there. Alright. In addition, the game master may assign complexity to a check which add number of dice equal to its difficulty. Complexity can be reduced by having a skill in the action being committed. In case of a tie for an opposed check, the defender is assumed to have won. If there is no defender, the character with the highest attribute die succeed. Both attributes are the same. Player character succeeds. If the character's combined roll is equal to or higher than the DV's check, they are successful in clear situation. DV's value. Actually, a check, they are successful in clear situation, less than the DV. They have failed and suffered the consequences. Certain miracles allow the characters to augment difficulty difficulty, and rolls as appropriate. Rolls as appropriate. There is ever a time where there is a contradiction. The last effect takes precedent. Takes priority. There we go. Slap a little image right there. Perfect. Certain miracles playing the game. Alright. Which brings me to creating a character. Creating your disciple. That is character creation. Alright, so let's take all of this. When I said that things were going to be very much derived off Fist of Chaos, I was not lying. Maybe wondering why. Well, that can be answered in a bit. So, the main reason a disciple is composed of their attributes, skills. I'm going to put attributes composed of their race, attributes, skills, and their miracles. Attributes. Okay. The character's race acts as the character's baseline for attributes, skills, as well as their starting purity. Attributes define the character's abilities and natural talents at certain fields. Skills identify what the character is focused on and how easily they can surmount certain challenges. Finally, characters' miracles are their divine blessings that allow them to confront their foes and deal with their enemies. Confront their foes and keep the peace. Oh, that reminds me. I have to select literally everything here and change it all to, you guessed it, normal text. Heading 2, put attributes down here, go away, go away. Finesse. So we're going to put you at 3. Strength. So we do want to change technique. Let's actually, and we'll warlike craft. Okay, yeah, technique is going to get changed. We're going to call it faith, FTH. Character's faith, and Lord. Ability to channel his divine power. Actually, when referring to God, is him capitalized. Okay. Style guy. The faith in the Lord and their battle to challenge his divine power into their miracles and abilities. Character with high faith is one blessed by his celestial grace, with profound insights and abilities. Character with low faith still has the love of the Lord, but instead relies on more physical means of expressing their devotion. Actually, faith, that means, oh, faith is fucking first one, Jesus, yeah. Faith. 3. What that means, it means go away technique. You're not useful here. We can slap a picture right there. Faith in the Lord. Ability to use and manipulate miracles. Resistance to demonic influence. Yeah, an ability. Resistant to demonic influence. Natural ability to detect and be detected by supernatural forces. Skills. Heading 2 skills. Alright, so we're going to change this. Oh, wait, is that king there? Bye, king. Sorry. Skills. Characters, collection of knowledge, experiences that allow them to perform beyond their natural abilities. When a character possesses a skill, they reduce the complexity of a check by 1 step for every step they possess in a skill. If a character reduces a check to zero complexity, then it is trivial for them. And they immediately pass. A skill with an X are considered a field, which requires a character to choose specialization inside the skill. If they're a situation when 2 skills would interact, then the character would reduce the check by the highest value. Character starts. Actually, no, we're not going to do where the character starts because it depends on your race. Well, let's see. Academics, craft, diplomacy. Liturgy. Ability to conduct worship services and spread the faith. I have a cult. I don't have a cult, so I'm going to add a cult. Understanding of the mystical side of the world. Military X. God. Can go up to rank 3. Professional. Can go up to rank 3. Each skill can go up to rank 3, while certain situations or abilities allow the character to achieve rank 4 or 5. I feel like skills are always a pain in the ass for me because there's already so many of them. Actually, what I should put is Occult X. characters, talents, and history with less than noble endeavors. There we go. Add some more skills. Let's actually check, make sure everything is working the way it should. Playing the game, creating a disciple, attributes, skills. That also, I'll have to put miracles right here. I don't quite know how I want to handle miracles yet, so I'm going to leave that open. And that means I also have to put in... I'll put race for now, even though I know that's not the term I want to fully use with it. What I can do for now. Health and well. Right of the martyr. Health and well-being. None of the Lord's chosen. None of the Lord's chosen were mortal bar, quote, his son. Actually, none of the Lord's chosen are more immortal souls, as their destiny is to be by his side in the kingdom of heaven. In the meantime, the world is a hostile one, filled with beasts and monsters that would like nothing more than to rip their disciples' head off. Do I want to go with keep debating on whether or not I've actually been having this debate inside of my head of how I want to handle this. Because half of me wants to do a more traditional health system, which is just a XY very derivative, just to get across the spectacle fighter idea that I've been thinking of. The other half of me wants to do the limb-based system to get a little bit more nuance to the damage and allow people to experience absolute pain of getting their arm broken mid-battle, because that's always fascinating to me, because people make some interesting calls when they know, like, oh hey, my leg is broken now, I can't really move that well. I'm feeling I am afraid that's going to disrupt combat slightly. Because the idea is that most combat encounters are going to be a little bit larger than normal. So I guess we got some time left. This disciple's head off. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to heading to health System 1. I'll mark it in red. Health System 1. Put that in parentheses. Health bar. The disciple has a maximum amount of health that will deplete when they take damage and are flung around the battlefield by their enemies. When their health reaches 0, they are knocked unconscious and taken out of the fight unless they are healed through natural or miraculous means. And what we're going to do here is, for now, we're just going to do human health is going to be equal to, and we do have toughness. It's going to be 25 plus TGH. It's going to be 25 plus TGH times 2, so you can technically have a shit ton of health if you have a D20 in it. Most likely, like, the most you're going to have is, it's either going to be 4 if you have a D2 to maximum 24, that if you're that. So you could have 49 health technically at start, but if you're doing that, that's kind of your thing more than anything. Human health, yeah, 25 plus toughness times 2. Footnote: the maximum value of the die it's probably this. Again, this is the simplest method. The little bit less simple method, Health System 2, Life and Limb. Each part is divided into what affects them. Go away, Cody. So 6 and 6 plus 5 level of health. Probably bump the health up just a smidge, because I would expect people are going to take a lot more damage. We'll just bump that up to 20, no, 15. I guess we'll bump that up by 5. Knocked out, rendered helpless, suffers instant painless death. Confined to all actions, all remaining limbs take 1d10 damage. Characters collapse in pain on the act, rendered unconscious, rendered useless. Arm is rendered useless, they drop whatever they are holding in their hand, they cannot use this limb for moves. They are unable to use the limb going forward unless it is reset. Reset, splinted, or reattached. Blade is rendered useless. What this is going to be is a placeholder until combat works properly. And I'll get into that in a minute. Unless it resets. Unless it is reset, splinted, or reattached. So these are the two systems. Now you may be wondering, what do I mean by, hey, wait a second, what do you mean combat works? Well, I go to Project Eros. Now, for those of you who've been watching for a little while, you may recognize Grandbelm, Dancing in the Midnight Realm. Grandbelm is a mecha game. It is a game about blowing each other up as magical girls and giant robots. And I use a system called the beat system, because the idea is that you have to continuously keep the beat as you continue doing damage. So you can't repeat the same action twice or you lose your beat. So you can do attack, brace, destroy, dispel, disruption to go from D4, D6, D8, D10. But why I say attack, 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 it's going to go D4, D4, it's going to go D4, D4, D4. You're not going to be useful, so you want to kind of build things up and then do big attacks rather than anything. Which I'm hoping that's the method. I'm going to try to adapt this system to a DMC-esque combat system, which is a lot more about counters, big moves, and you want to prepare ahead of time, but you also want to kind of anticipate what your enemy is going to be doing. So it's a push and pull, a back and forth. It's like, all right, I think my enemy is going to be doing this, so I'm going to be doing this. Or, oh, well, I'm forcing him into a situation where he has to lose his beat. And, oh, well, I'm going to make sure that he's forced to, trigger this ability early rather than late, so he doesn't lose his beat. It's kind of that a back and forth idea. Now, one of the things is Grandbelm doesn't actually have a system of movement. It's all based on set pieces, which made sense for it because everyone's moving ludicrously fast. And the speed of how combat worked in Grandbelm was a lot different than any traditional combat system I know about, because of you're not moving 30 feet. You are moving about 300 miles an hour, zooming through the air in your giant robot. So that was kind of the issue I ran into, was that characters were getting bogged down. So I just said, oh, it's just based off set pieces, because you can kick your enemy and then they go rocketing off 100 miles, crash into something, and then you have to go in there and fix it, or go there and help them, what takes you a second. Obviously, you can't really do that in the DMC game, as DMC is based around, here, I wonder if I can... let's see, DMC combat. DMD, DMC. Where's the one I've been watching? DMC Combat Nero. Virgil versus Dante. I'm actually going to turn off the music just so you can see what I mean by this. So we'll put it right there. Also, spoiler warning in case any of you haven't played DMC 5. Because you kind of see how the combat's moving around here. Actually, let me check to make sure nothing's in the way. Oh. Also, this is from Mitch P.I. or Mitch Peter. But you kind of see how Dante's moving around versus how Virgil's moving around. Like, both of them are moving excessively quick. Let's see if let's blow this up all the way. But yeah, like, both of them are moving excessively quick, and then you get some things like, here, I can slow it down. Like, see how quickly he's moving versus he's moving, and then you have big hit, big hit, big hit, and then he gets knocked back. But he instantly recovers here. And if we zoom ahead a little bit, kick, and let me see, where's the knockback? There's the knockback right there. Yeah. Gets thrown in the air, but if we look right here, Dante knocks him back, and he instantly recovers. That's kind of the idea behind some of the more, dare I say, intricate motions of this combat system, is that I'm going to need to get across a lot of movement and a lot of moving things around. So it's one of the other things is I luckily don't have to worry about guns as much. So like scenes like this don't worry about, but yeah, just lots of big chunky movements, lots of... I want every single attack to feel impactful in some way. Also, my stream is just like, no, please, please, no, why did you view that video? But turn on the Whiskey Jazz. That's why I'm somewhat worried about this health system, because I have a feeling that's going to be overly complex a little bit here. But this also had a limb-based system, but it was parts, and that was kind of the entire... It was built around the idea of parts, so making sure everything works properly, that's going to be the hard part. But I have a feeling I can do it. It's just going to be how and when. Alright, I've been streaming for about an hour now. This wasn't going to be a very long stream anyway, I looked at it, but we actually got quite a bit done. Added everything we needed to add, fixed up the dice systems here, got the preface done, got all our skills, our 5 attributes. I will be working on races probably tonight into tomorrow, just to get everything I need to get done here. I have the ideas, I just need to flesh them out a little bit more. Skills actually work quite well, better than I was thinking for. I just need to make sure that it's balanced with the races. And miracles, I might need to get combat done before I actually even touch miracles. But I will worry about that next time we are live. So, what does that actually mean? Next time we're going to be live is, if I open up my agenda, is probably going to be this Sunday. Sunday the 4th. And hopefully it's going to be a lot earlier. And I'm going to most likely work on try to get the character creation done. Hopefully, as well as move on to the combat. Because once both of those are done, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Yeah, once this is going to be kind of a hard part. Miracles and purity, I have probably going to have to do that myself. Probably tie that into the miracle system. And then we have to do the congregation. So overall, if we go to Eros, go to our preface here, things to do, finish up character creation, which is going to be races, miracles, and then let's Control Shift 8 back. get combat to work. Get combat to work properly with enough oomph behind it. Equipment section. The equipment. Actually, what I'm going to have to do is I build your relic system. So instead of a traditional, like, quote, equipment section, I'm going to have a method of pretty much building your own super cool, awesome devil, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry weapon. That's kind of your thing, and what you're basing everything around of. That's your particular relic. So, yeah, that should work pretty smoothly. I'm hoping. And if it doesn't, well, we're going to figure out how to make it work. After that, we're going to go to the congregation system, which is effectively going to be the social web and situations. And from there, we're going to have to put advancement in. Congregation, we'll put advancement. From there, we're pretty good. Like, it's just kind of the building blocks after which, again, this wasn't going to, I don't think this is going to be a terribly huge system, because there just isn't that much to actually worry about. After kind of looking around on things, getting that system of how I wanted damage and such to be, it was either go really detailed or go for this kind of method, which honestly the beat system seemed to be kind of the easiest solution, and I applied Occam's razor to it. When in doubt, go for the easiest solution, because it's probably the best. But, well, thank you all. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, get some sleep, everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their time.